airport is concerned. We've been telling you about the chaos and the crisis that are unfolding as far as airports are concerned. And now the Indian Railways has kicked into action. As we told you, the Indian Railways, in view of the surge in the passenger demand following widespread flight cancellation, has taken extensive measures. Indian Railways has, in fact, kicked into action. They have taken extensive measures to ensure smooth travel and adequate availability of the accommodation across the network. A total of 37 trains have been added with 116 additional coaches that will be operating over 114 trips across the country. We'll try and connect with our reporter to learn more about this. Let me go across to my colleague Isha for more details on this. Isha, tell us about how Indian Railways has now kicked into action. We're learning that as many as 37 trains have been augmented across several areas in the country. Give us more details.
Akanksha, what we're seeing at the airports is absolutely unprecedented. We've seen a chaos-like situation. We've seen stranded passengers struggling without any communication either from the airport authorities or the airlines. So people have been struggling on the ground. And now, not just the Indian Railways, other airlines as well have come up with extra fleet to ensure that this particular crisis can be averted. But now, as you were also pointing out, this is a measure that was taken after mass cancellations, and this was for passenger convenience. Several new coaches have been introduced when we speak of the Indian Railways, and these are 37 trains which have been added, and these are about 116 extra coaches across the nation. And as after the mass chaos that happened, flight prices have also shot up. In fact, a domestic flight is costing from anywhere between 35,000 to 50,000, which is impossible to afford for the middle class.
Absolutely. Now that there is chaos at the airport, now Ministry of Railways has kicked into action. Thank you so much, Isha, for all the details. The Civil Aviation Ministry, at the center of the controversy, has woken up to the chaos after 4 long days since IndiGo said that it was not in a position to fix the things before February 10th. The government has buckled in and overturned the new pilot rules, which essentially were instituted for flight safety. They also ordered a high-level inquiry into the mess and directed that the airlines and the aviation authorities to take the immediate measures. We're learning that this is as far as the decision by the Ministry of Civil Aviation is concerned. But the bigger question here is the government diluting norms in the name of the flyers? Listen in.
Sir, today we have seen the worst hit at all airports during the IndiGo crisis.
Yes.
First of all, how do you see the whole situation? What is the ministry doing right now?
So I think the fact is very clear that the new FDTL norms that were introduced by November 1st, 2025, all the airlines were supposed to comply for it, and they had good time to comply also. IndiGo, for some reason, they had a miscalculation of the flight crew and the rostering and everything. That was why the effect came into visibility from December 3rd. We have seen both the days, 3rd and 4th, a lot of delays happening. But I can tell you that right since the issue started happening, the ministry has taken cognizance of it, and we went into immediate mode of looking into how best we can normalize the situation. Because we have observed a lot of passengers waiting at the airports for a huge amount of time. And we were very strict in that sense that this should be normalized at the earliest. So airlines, especially IndiGo, and then airport operators, all the necessary stakeholders, we were in continuous engagement with them and keeping the passengers in mind. Our whole interest was to provide the most comfort and convenience to the passengers who were stuck at this time. So we have instructed our airport operators, let it be food, water or accommodation, everything should be arranged, and there should be no delay in communication, especially because the communication leads to certain gaps. So that all we wanted to take care. And then we, on the airlines part, we have observed this miscalculation from the IndiGo part, and we have ordered a strict inquiry into it. The inquiry is going to start, and as we find the details of the inquiry, we are going to take strict action. That is one side of it. But it is, we also have to ensure that the people who are already booked, who already want to travel, it is the holiday season also, and there is a lot of travel that usually happens at this time. So we have to cater for them. So for that, IndiGo, what it needs to do, we have done thorough consultation with all the stakeholders. In fact, I've sat down with the pilots body also, everyone.
But the government is not alone in this. It took Mr. Peter Elbers, the CEO of IndiGo, 4 days and thousands of flight cancellation to finally speak up. And even then, he calls them operational disruption. He said, and I quote, "In my view, the issues were not operational. They were artificially created. The airline had 2 years to meet the global standards, to stick to the new flight duty norms that ensure that the pilots and crew were properly rested when they fly aircrafts with thousands of passengers." Listen into what he said.
Earlier measures of the last few days regrettably have proven not to be enough. So we've decided today for a reboot of all our systems and schedules, resulting in the highest number of cancellations so far.
Let me go across to my colleague Nilesh, who's been tracking all the details from the Mumbai airport. Nilesh, there's only one question that many passengers are asking, and they want the answer. How soon will the operation will stabilize? Because there are many stuck at the airport still now.
Well, yes, absolutely, and that is the primary question that remains unanswered even on day 5. Though the CEO of IndiGo has given out statement that till December 10th, we can expect a bit of cancellation and normalcy. However, the situation here on ground doesn't remain unchanged. You can see heavy queues outside the help desk of IndiGo still persist. These are the passengers who are eagerly waiting for that one answer as to when the flights will be back to normal. Though claims are being made that the cancellation number is expected to reduce. However, the ground situation, the ground reality is something that we can understand is completely different. We'll try to connect to certain passengers who are into this long queue. Sir, अगर बताना चाहें कहाँ जा रहे हैं और फ्लाइट से क्या करने के लिए?
मैं तो ह्यूस्टन से आ रहा हूँ. ह्यूस्टन टर्किश एयरलाइन वाले ने वो बोर्डिंग कार्ड सब कुछ ह्यूस्टन में वो दे दिया, बट इधर आने के बाद पता चला कैंसिल है. अभी मैं ऑफिस को भी बोला है दूसरा फ्लाइट अरेंज करने के लिए भी. ऑफिस वाला बता रहा है इधर क्या जवाब दे रहा है करके पहले सुनो, उसके बाद हम लोग दूसरा अल्टरनेटिव.
So still left in confusion. Sir, आप continue your checking the flight status. What is the message that they are conveying to you?
So right now there is no email confirmation or any WhatsApp messages being sent by the airline. Even if you are checking on the online, the flight is still showing, but because you have booked it through the portal, so the portal guy is mentioning that it is cancelled. So obviously the flight has been cancelled because you cannot check it. And there is no alternate options available. So obviously...
so are they conveying anything to you?
No, nothing. Unless we go to the counter, we won't be even coming to know what has happened. So this is just...
for how many hours are you like in this queue?
No, I just came half an hour back because we went first there because there is no... The problem is there is no update. Okay. Most of the passengers will complain that they are not getting any WhatsApp or SMS saying that the flight is cancelled or not cancelled. So there is a lot of
lack of communication still continue. जी आपसे बात करना चाहेंगे. दादा आप बताएं, आप काफी गुस्से में नजर आ रहे हैं. क्या कुछ कम्युनिकेट किया जा रहा है आपसे?
मेरा इंडिगो फ्लाइट था सुबह 8:10 में. मेरे साथ पेशेंट भी है. जब फ्लाइट कैंसिल किया तो बुक क्यों किया? मेरा होटल का, मेरा खाने का, मेरा यहाँ जो रहा उसका पैसा कौन भरेगा?
कितने दिनों से आपकी फ्लाइट कैंसिल हो रही है?
कल भी यहाँ बवाल हुआ है.
कहाँ जाना था आपको?
हमको बागडोरा जाना था.
और आपकी मेडिकल इमरजेंसी है?
हाँ, मेरे साथ कैंसर पेशेंट है. अच्छा. हम उसको लेके कहाँ जाएंगे?
और क्या कहा जा रहा है कंपनी द्वारा?
कंपनी द्वारा
कोई नहीं कर, कुछ भी बोलने
जवाबदेही नहीं है.
कितने घंटे हो गए आपको इस लाइन में?
अभी मैं आधे घंटे से खड़ा हूँ.
4:30 बजे आके पहुँचा है. 5 बजे आके पहुँचा है यहाँ पर. कुछ नहीं बोल रहा है. क्या हो गया?
फ्लाइटें नहीं है तो ये लोग बुकिंग क्यों ले रहा है मेरे को ये नहीं समझ में आ रहा है. इन लोग बुकिंग स्टॉप नहीं कर रहे हैं. अगर मेरा वही है कि इन लोगों ने कल मैंने एयरलाइन से प्रॉपर बात करके मैं प्रॉपर इनको टिकट बुक कर रहा हूँ. ये 100% गारंटी श्योरिटी दे रहे हैं कि नहीं सर आपकी फ्लाइट 7 बजे ही उड़ेगी. और मुझे 7 बजे वहाँ पे काम था. 10 बजे यहाँ पे मेरी कोई रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है. कहीं पे हमको जाना पहुँचना होता है. पर इन लोगों को कोई समझ में नहीं आ रहा है. इनके माथे पे एक रत्ती भर का स्ट्रेस नहीं है.
So lack of communication अभी भी आपको
बहुत ज़्यादा प्रॉब्लम हो रही भाई, इनके दिमाग में किसी का कुछ घुस ही नहीं रहा है और इनका कौन सीनियर है कौन जूनियर है, सब अपने आप
क्लेम करिए कि आपको तमाम तरीके की सुविधाएं
मिल नहीं रहा है। कोई क्लेम करने का कोई तरीका नहीं दिख रहा है, कोई ऐसा कोई बंदा सामने नहीं आ रहा है कि जो रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ले और दर्द समझे लोगों का कि क्या प्रॉब्लम है। लोग आ रहे हैं, कोई मरीज है, कोई शादी में जाना है, किसी को काम है, फ्लाइट हम क्यों लेते हैं? इमरजेंसी की वजह से ही लेते हैं ना। आज अगर कोई 24 घंटे मैं पूरी रात से खड़ा हूँ, मेरी मॉर्निंग की 7 AM की फ्लाइट है, पर मैं रात से खड़ा हूँ कि यही पूछने के लिए भाई अगर तुम्हारे पास फ्लाइट कैंसिल हो रही है एटलीस्ट बता दो, मैं कुछ और कर लूँ। नहीं सर, आपकी 7 o'clock ऑन टाइम है, जब 7:45 होता है तब बताते हैं कैंसिल है।
So you can understand the plight of the passengers who are into this long queue since late evening and still are unanswered. Their doubts are uncleared, and what they are kept in is a dilemma that their flight will soon take off, and when it is time to take off, they are being informed that their flight has been cancelled. So that is the major concern of all of these passengers who are flocked together at this airport, hundreds in number, and not just this area. Now you can see chairs are being provided. Yesterday the picture turned quite aggressive, and after which you can see chairs are being provided to the passengers. They are waiting here with the luggages. Many passengers are waiting to get their luggage from the airline company. However, no response or no timely response is being given, which is another factor of stress that these passengers are facing. Sir, if you like to speak with us, what exactly is your scenario at moment? What the airline is conveying to you?
I mean, we just got here in the morning and we got to know that the flight was cancelled. Okay. I mean, they haven't conveyed anything. We just got to know looking at the screens as well, and yeah, just facing a lot of difficulties. Probably had we been informed earlier that the flight was cancelled, we would have just stayed at home.
The company claims that they are providing various kind of services as well, like drinking food, water, and is that the ground reality?
Yeah, they're giving the water, so that's true. I'm not sure about food. Wasn't very hungry, so I didn't ask them for food. But yeah, I think the staff is pretty helpful over here. They're supportive as well.
Ma'am, would you like to share your experience? What exactly are they conveying to you?
I think we should support them in the crisis. Other airlines have raised their fares like too high, so they are taking the benefits of the crisis, which is not good. At least they should support us. If we want like other flights, they should be giving us in a genuine amount, not like, so I'm going to Bihar and I'm seeing for a price and it's like kind of 30,000, which is like a two-way expensive. So I think everybody should support IndiGo, at least in this crisis thing.
So those are the voices coming in from here, Mumbai Airport, which also happens to be one of the busiest airport. We are reporting from the financial capital of this nation. However, the trouble for passengers still continues on day 5 as well. And what we are understanding is that this problem will be persistent for next few days as well. However, you can understand that the non-responsive staff members is the major factor for the passengers for their trouble.
Absolutely. In fact, they are being given water and food there. But is that enough? And on day 5 as well, there is lack of communication on behalf of IndiGo. Thank you so much, Nilesh, for giving us that ground report. Passengers are the one facing the brunt. They're reeling under uncertainty, last-minute cancellation, unending delays, hiked airfares, and a complete breakdown of the communication at several airports across the country. Have a look.
मेरी डैड की अस्थियां है मेरे साथ और मुझे यहाँ बेंगलोर से सबसे पहले दिल्ली जाना है। दिल्ली से फ्लाइट लेना है देहरादून से हम लोग हरिद्वार जाएंगे, विसर्जन करना है कल, बट इन्होंने सडनली फ्लाइट कैंसिल कर दिया। हमारे पास प्रायर नोटिफिकेशन कुछ भी नहीं भेजा।
Our sincerest apologies.
My husband passed away and I have come here to transport the coffin, the casket, all the way to Kolkata to be buried. We booked an IndiGo flight. This is at 7:10. And till now, we have no information whether the flight is going to take off or not. Who's going to take responsibility for it?
Our sincerest apologies. our sincerest apologies.
इंडिगो वाले हमारा जो लगेज था वो मैं बॉम्बे की हूँ, मेरी कल दिल्ली की फ्लाइट थी, ये लगेज नहीं देने के लिए रेडी नहीं, इनको कुछ पता ही नहीं हमारा लगेज कहाँ पर है.
Our sincerest apologies.
टिकट क्या?
All right, we have breaking news coming in. Actor Sonu Sood has urged calm amid flight delays. He has asked passengers to support the IndiGo flight, the staff there. He said, and I quote, a delayed flight is frustrating, but remember the face is trying to fix it. Please be nice and humble to the IndiGo staff. They're carrying the weight of cancellations too. Let's support them. Listen in.
दोस्तों ये वीडियो जो इंडिगो की फ्लाइट्स में 2-3 दिन से जो तकलीफ हुई आम लोगों को, उसके लिए एक छोटा सा मैसेज है. मेरा खुद का परिवार ट्रैवल कर रहा था और करीबन 4.5-5 घंटे उन्हें वेट करना पड़ा और फिर फ्लाइट उड़ी, पहुंच भी गए और बहुत सारी फ्लाइटें नहीं उड़ी, बहुत सारी कैंसिल हुई, बहुत सारे लोग शादियां नहीं अटेंड कर पाए, मीटिंग्स कैंसिल हुई, इवेंट्स कैंसिल हुए, बहुत तकलीफें हुई. लेकिन जो दुख की बात ये देखने को मिली कि उन एयरपोर्ट्स पे जब जितना जो स्टाफ था, ग्राउंड स्टाफ, उस पे कैसे लोग चिल्ला रहे थे. आई नो कि फ्रस्ट्रेशन होती है, दुख होता है और आप अपना गुस्सा निकालते हो, बट आप खुद को इमेजिन कीजिए उनकी जगह पर जो खुद बेबस हैं, उन्हें पता नहीं कि आगे क्या स्केड्यूल्स हैं, कैसे फ्लाइट्स उड़ेंगी या नहीं उड़ेंगी, और जो उन्हें ऊपर से मैसेजेस आते हैं, दे जस्ट हैव टू पास इट ऑन टू यू. सो जो लोगों ने रिएक्ट किया, जिस तरह से लड़ाई झगड़े हो रहे थे, आई थिंक इट्स वेरी वेरी अनफॉर्चुनेट. ये वो स्टाफ है सर्विस इंडस्ट्री का जो हम लोगों का ध्यान रखता है. हमेशा उनके चेहरे पर स्माइल्स रहती हैं, चाहे वो इन फ्लाइट क्रू की बात करें या ऑन ग्राउंड क्रू की बात करें. हमें स्कॉट करते हैं, ध्यान रखते हैं सब लोगों का. सो आई थिंक हमारी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी बनती है, जब मुश्किल आती है उन पर तो हम भी उनका साथ दें. ये उनकी गलती के कारण नहीं, बहुत सारे सिस्टम्स की प्रॉब्लम के कारण ये डिले हो रहे थे और वापस भी हो जाएंगे. बट आई थिंक एज रिस्पॉन्सिबल सिटीजन्स इट्स वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर अस कि हम लोग मेक श्योर करें कि हम उन पे रिएक्ट ना करें, बिकॉज दे आर हेल्पलेस एंड दे डोंट हैव एनी आंसर्स. एंड प्लीज ट्राई टू कीप कूल. अपना जो गुस्सा है उसे कंट्रोल कीजिए और रिस्पेक्ट कीजिए. वो भी घर से बाहर निकले हैं अपनी ड्यूटीज निभाने के लिए और हमारी ड्यूटी बनती है कि हम.
So at a time when there's chaos at the airport, a very important message that has been given by actor Sonu Sood, that people should behave nicely with the staff because it is not their fault. With this, a short break.